Dr. Sanjay Jha, Congress leader. And Sanjay Jha, Akbar, not so great after all. Akbar, we all read about, he was a Mughal leader. Expansionism was their only agenda. But today, we want to know, why was he called the Great? Because expansionism, killing of Indians to expand their own kingdom, the Mughal Sultanate as it was called in India, clearly was an expansionist regime, and there were innocent Indians that were killed. Why was an adjective, the Great, written with the Akbar in the textbooks of your, of course, Congress, deciding that route that the country took? Why is it not more realistic to look at the NCERT books today, which has the brighter side of Akbar that is listed there, the fact that he did encourage culture of India, had interest in Indian classical music, but it also paints out the picture of what he was, a raider, a man who plundered, a man who destroyed temples, just like Babur and Humayun before him. So I want to ask you, if the right version of history is today finding its way, why is the Congress so upset?
Navika, good evening to you and to my very eminent fellow panelists. A couple of short points to answer your question. I think it is a very important debate to have because I remember George Orwell's famous quote that those who control the present control the past, and those who control the past control the future. And that was a chilling statement from the man who wrote 1984 and warning societies of authoritarianism and thereafter fascism. And when you talk about changing textbooks, it's basically a fascist project. Now, I'm not going to, however, completely condemn the attempt by certain historians, clearly right-leaning, to look at history from a different perspective. Traditionally, as a student of history, I can tell you that while there is one history, different ideological thoughts interpret that according to their own mutual convenience. Both parties, in my opinion, are probably guilty. One for probably overplaying the successful art, culture, and the traditions of music, etc. And the other who are only looking at the horrific acts that were perpetrated, which also cannot be denied. Now, here is the truth. The truth is that the reason why these conversations are becoming very acerbic and in a great number of ways very polarizing is because of the current political environment that you have in our country. And I'll give you three short examples, and then I would love to hear what my good friend Sudhanshu ji has to say. Number one, in the political science book of the NCERT, there is a blatant attempt made, and I have read these reports very carefully, to dilute the opposition of Gandhiji to what he saw then as the rising threat of Hindutva extremism. This was Gandhiji's fears, and these have either been diluted or edited from the political science books. I would like Sudhanshu ji at some point when I'm done in 30 seconds to tell me why would you do that? Secondly, the ideological predilections or the passions of Mr. Nathuram Godse, the assassin of Gandhiji, has been obliterated. There's not even much conversation on it. Why is that happening, Sudhanshu ji? Sudhanshu ji, my third question to you. The Taj Mahal attracts 6 million tourists in India. I mean, the footfalls may have gone up since I saw the data the last time. You have members of your own party, by the way, who actually say that this was a construct of traitors. I know you'll find some way to even justify this. But you have even had people from the right wing, which are part of your Sangh Parivar, say that this was wrongfully made on a Hindu temple, which the archaeological survey has rebuked. So why are you in this game of spreading false narratives, Sudhanshu ji? This is a matter of concern. And I'm not getting into the fact that you and I are from opposing camps. It is about misleading future generations that we should worry about. There's also been an attempt to not talk about
the selectivity so evident, Sanjay Jha, because I asked you the questions on why Akbar was the great as painted by the Congress regime. Your response was on Godse. Your response was completely different.
I answered.
And the selectivity is exactly is exactly what we are trying to address. And may I tell you, when you talk about Shah Jahan and Taj Mahal, in the NCERT books, which is the topic of debate today, Taj Mahal and its the world-renowned architecture that was displayed by Shah Jahan has been said as such without any reference to a temple which is supposed to be present but not scientifically proven yet. No reference to that. Maybe you could give kudos to the NCERT book writers and the government for not falling prey to an agenda and sticking to the facts.